So for the first one, it wants to know the value of x. Yesterday, we learned that these remote interior angles, like added together, equal this exterior angle. So x plus 88 equals the exterior angle 125. So that's how we can solve for x. So for this problem, you're either going to add these two values together to get the exterior angle or essentially subtract them. So we're going to subtract 88 from both sides, and then x comes out to 37 degrees. So that is this angle right here, 37 degrees. Okay, and then this one over here, it says in the figure, L and M are parallel. Cool. With parallel lines, you have these transversals, which make some congruent angles. So this right here is a transversal. So would this be a transversal, but this is what I'm focused on here. And with this transversal, alternate interior angles are equal. So this angle is equal to this. And so this must be 33 degrees. And then I'm trying to find x. I noticed that these three angles form a straight line. So that means that these three angles add up to 180 degrees. So I can do 33 plus 80 plus x equals 180 degrees and solve for x that way. So I'll combine like terms here. I get 113 plus x equals 180. Then subtract 113 from both sides. And x equals 67 degrees. And that's the answer here, so you just type that in the box. Okay, the next problem, ready for the next one? Okay, the next problem right here, it shows a triangle. It shows this little square right here, meaning that this angle is 90 degrees. It says, suppose that measure of angle Q is this and measure of angle R is this. Find the degree measure of each angle in the triangle. So with a triangle, all the angles add to 180. Triangle angles add to 180. Like all the interior angles would add to 180. So this plus this plus this equals 180. And then I can use that to solve for x. So I have a 90-degree angle plus this expression here, 3x plus 28, plus 5x minus 10 equals 180 degrees. Okay, and then from here, I'm going to solve for x. First of all, I need to combine like terms. So I get 8x. And then I'm going to combine my constants. 90 plus 28 would be 118 minus 10. So that would be 108 equals 180. Then subtract 108 from both sides. Divide by 8. We get x equals 9. But pretty satisfying when you find x. However, the question is not asking for what x is, it's asking for the measure of each of the angles. So looking at this triangle here, I know that measure of angle S is 90 degrees, so I'll put 90 right here, so I get that part right. Because remember, you can get partial credit if you get some of them correct. And then to find the other two, measure of angle Q is 3x plus 28, and measure of angle R is 5x minus 10. I need to take the value of x and plug it into the expression. So 3 times 9 plus 28. So that would be 27 plus 28. And so measure of angle Q is 27 plus 28 is 55. So I put 55 here. Then measure of angle R, I'm going to do the same thing, plug in 9 for x. So I get 5 times 9 minus 10. So 45 minus 10, measure of angle R equals 35. and that would go here. So this is definitely one that you want to take your time and practice, so that way you're really comfortable with it before the test. Okay, the next question over here starts actually what we're going to learn today. What we're going to learn today is that if you have two congruent triangles and we're told these triangles are congruent, their corresponding parts are congruent. So that means that like AC has one line, it matches this YZ with one little mark right here. And we're going to identify all the matching parts over here. So all the angles and all the sides are congruent, and we're going to write it down. So angle A right here has two lines like this. So that would be the same as angle Z right here with the two lines. Angle B has one little arc, so that matches X, which has one little arc. So angle B is congruent to angle X. And angle C has three little arcs, so that matches Y with three arcs. And also all the sides match and are corresponding. So segment AB right here has three little tallies. So I'm looking for the matching side with three tallies right here. So that would be XC. And then AC has one tally. So over here, YZ has one tally. So I'll put YZ. So that's that. And then BC has two little tallies. So that would match with YX right here. And then for part C, the congruent statement, when you do the congruent statement, all the parts have to be in the same order. So this is saying CAB, so it's going C to A to B. So it's doing the side with one little tally, then the side with three. So when I name the second one, I have to go in the same order. So I would do the one mark, then three. So it's going to go this way. YZX, YZX, same order. And like all the parts match. So with this congruent statement, angle C should be the same as Y. And I'm checking here. Yes, C is the same as Y with three tallies. Angle A with two marks is the same as Z with two marks, and so on. And that's all. Okay, so leave this out. I'm going to come